So let's talk about delayed gratification and why you'll never be able to reach financial freedom. Without it, you will never be able to save and you'll never be able to budget properly. Even if you end up making a lot of money, you won't be able to enjoy it until you get this concept under control and until you're able to master the concept of doing the hard thing now or doing something that's uncomfortable so that things are easier for you later on. So in practice, what delayed gratification looks like is just being an emotional spender, being out and about and buying something or not adhering to your budget might make you feel good in the short term, but it's not good for your plan, it's not good for your budget in the long term. So really understanding that and understanding that, hey, if I see something that I like, maybe not buying it right now because I understand that there's a greater financial plan and purpose, and I understand that I have certain financial goals and saving goals that I'm trying to meet. And understanding that if you can get this under control, you can get a lot better at budgeting, you can get a lot better at saving money because you're not simply buying something at the first glance or at the first rush of excitement. You're practicing discipline, you're practicing restraint. Now, personally, what I've started doing and what I've been training myself to do is if I'm out at the mall or I'm out at the store and I see a particular product or I see a particular item that I like, I've trained myself to take a pause and think about it, come back in a week, and if I still feel that way in a week's time, or I still feel like buying that particular product or item in a week, then I'll buy it. But if I don't think that it's worth spending, or if I don't think that it's worth deviating from my savings plan, then I won't buy it. And what this has allowed me to do is it's allowed me to not only practice restraint, but it's allowed me to be a lot more methodical and strategic when it comes to my spending and be at least 10 steps ahead when it comes to my finances, because I'm now taking the time to think about whether or not this makes sense while also keeping the greater picture in mind here. I've also just realized that, anecdotally anyways, that when you have more money, you tend to just spend more and you tend to just pull the trigger a lot more because you have excess of money to back it up, so you end up buying stupid things. But I argue that when you have more money, that's exactly when you have to lock in and be as strategic and practice just as much discipline so that you don't end up running out of money buying things that you don't need, and that's how you avoid buyer's remorse. Reaching financial freedom, reaching your goals starts with these little habits. It starts with not being an emotional spender, and it starts with practicing better spending habits. So if you can get that under control, you're well on your way to reaching financial freedom, living the life that you want, as cliche as it is.